Hello, friends. Welcome back. This is episode 83, and we are still here in the city of Rathir at the edge of the plains of Arathel.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Alright, you know what? I'm enticed. Let's go inside and see what's for sale. Seems like my kind of place. It does seem like there's some gold sinks here, so that's cool.
Provisioner to all Rathir, to high and low, great house and sparrow alike.
What are the great houses?
The great families of Rathir, of course, as rich in power as in gold. Visit the upper city and see them yourself. Worth the climb if you ask me.
A little bit of a gap in my pauldrons there. Tell me about yourself, Quelch, my...
Humble servant to great house, sparrow and soldier alike. Women and men in want of things make their way to Gwalchmay's goods.
What are your thoughts on Rathir?
I could tell you a thing or two about this city. Did you know, for instance, that Faldra Nefari ate the fifth memorial stone? Cast a spell and ate it. I could say a thing or two about Wyvern Gif as well, if I didn't fear the consequence.
Haven't met Wyvern Gwyff. We have met Faldra Nefari. He was the guy in the tunnels with the strange mutterings.
Oh, him? No one knows his real name. Got that name from the way he talks. Some say he was next to the Archsage, once, up Spire Top. Then a spell went wrong, or his lover fell to her death. Whatever it was, broke him, it did.
Interesting. I'm sure he's part of some quest. What are these historical monuments that he ate one of?
The first four are easy enough to find about the city. But the fifth, few know the truth of it.
We did actually see one of those, I remember now. Your thoughts on the sparrows?
They are the rag pickers and dust grubbers of the city. Mind you, I don't let them in the front door. Appearances, not to mention odors.
So he sells to them, but wants them in his shop. And who is this Wyvern Gif, you mentioned?
The Wyverns had a claim of their own, mind you. But their marriage to Gif, a scandal. I know the truth of it, but I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. But more importantly, what do you have for sale? Ooh, Archmagus Chakrams of the Avalanche. Not actually that good. They do have +2 to sorcery abilities and +15% ice damage, so again, if you're really into like ice magic, then that could be pretty cool. No pun intended. But yeah, the fact that this one does more damage, and actually I think I want to switch this back, because we tend to use fire damage more anyway. The +2 to sorcery abilities is nice though. That could save you a lot of points. If it was like if it did more damage overall, I could see myself being very tempted. I guess it does do +15% ice damage, which I assume applies to this 62 damage as well, but even so, it's not nearly as good. Hammers, daggers. How does this compare? Oh, I think, okay, before we look at that, let's do Check the Wealth. Okay, so it's the exact ones I have already. I was thinking it might be like a higher level version of that one.
All manner of goods can be...
But it's the exact same thing, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. And hopefully we'll do some crafting after we're done with Rathir. That's kind of my plan right now. Before we go on to Datir or the next location. In fact, maybe once I even like scout all of Rathir, if we haven't done all the quests yet, that could be a good time to take a little break and redo our skills and do some crafting, because I'm eager at this point. 16 physical damage. Why does armor have a damage stat? I assume that means when hit, but it just says 16 physical damage. Hopefully not to me. It's kind of cool. It also has good armor as well. It's like instead of the health, you get that recoil damage, which is kind of cool. If I wasn't about to do crafting, I'd probably buy it. How much is it? It's a little expensive. It was like 20, I would buy it, but I do that a lot when I'm shopping and like I see something I want, I'll like tell myself how much would I pay for that, and then like I'll say okay, $20. And if it's like 27, I'll be like okay, no. Got a really cool coloring book actually one time when I was like okay, if it's under $5, I'll buy it. And it was like $3 at this discount store near me. So that's kind of cool. Plus 10% physical damage, but again, we already have one that's plus 10% damage, so all kinds of potions, gem of cultivation. Huh, okay. There's nothing really I want to buy
He
here.
found a Gwalchmay's goods. Good.
See, every once in a while I'll go like downstairs and just do some coloring by the window, and not bad for $3. Okay, where's the other guy who can sell stuff? There's also some sage crafting here, good to know. And it must be you. Who I imagine has some good
This
gems
is the
and
sage
things.
crafting table. I can help you with gems and shards and the like. If you want general goods, you should speak to Master Gwalchmay over there.
What do you think of Gwalchmay?
Oh, he's been very good to me. I knew my gems were good, but they wouldn't seem to sell in a market stall. They do better here.
That's cool. They have like a bit of a partnership or a, I don't know what you call it. What are your thoughts on Rathir?
Oh, it's so lovely. The Lunar Gardens. Not that I've seen much else of the world. Have you? Oh, I'd be terrified to go so far.
I have seen a decent amount of it, and honestly, maybe wait until after the war to go sightseeing and traveling, because things are not great out there right now. What do you know of sage crafting?
It takes great concentration. You can get lost in the work. I like that.
It's good to have work you can get lost in, makes things fly by faster. So he's got a lot of gems. I think I'd still rather make my own, because, you know, that's fun. Something very satisfying about using gems that you made. That's actually very expensive too for what doesn't seem to be that good of a gem. But that's cool. It's a Templar's gem. Health, yeah. I mean, these are pretty good, but I think I'd rather have the raw shards. Let's buy. All right, so we have 876. I'm not going to spend more than like say 50,000 here, so we'll say like 826-ish. I do want the magic shards though, because those seem to be good. And then we're going to do some lightning stuff, I think. And then eventually we'll do some fire stuff. I'll buy one of these. I'm probably buying a bunch of these that I don't ever really need. I wonder, like, I know like in Elder Scrolls games, you always can sell things back for half as much. I think Dragon Age is the same way. At least from what I recall. I could have that. I could be misremembering. But I wonder... It seems to be a lot less. Did I just buy pristine or did I buy a better tier?
So
I don't
long.
know. Either way, I'm a little worried that I'm buying way more shards than I'll ever really need. But after we do our crafting, I'll get a better sense of that. Also, it just occurred to me, I saw the paintings. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you could buy paintings for like a house or something? We do have houses, and I'm pretty sure there's more than one house in the game, not just the one in Canarok. So it'd be cool if you like buy one in Rathir.
Would you prefer ordinary or illustrious?
Kind of neither, unfortunately, because again, I like the look of the staff and the animations, but the damage just doesn't seem that great. Who are you?
A pleasure, I assure you. I've been supplying scholars and students alike for many a year. Those rare and potent marvels unavailable within their compound, I am happy to supply.
What do you have for sale? Some powerful scepters and Archmagus' staff. The Avalanche. Scepter. Ooh, okay. So I do like that there's stuff you can buy for lots of gold. That kind of makes me happy because then there's like a reason to actually like try to get as much gold as you can. Pretty nice robes, actually. I do want to stick with armor for now. Like, if I found robes like this, I'd wear them for a little bit, but I don't want to spend like my entire money on robes when I'm kind of in my spell sword phase, whatever you call it, whatever destiny we have right now. So I want to wear armor while we can, and then when we get to full mage, I'll wear obviously robes. But yeah, I mean those are pretty good robes. This is a shield, it looks like. Really good resistance, plus 20% to all damage. No wonder that's so expensive, but I think, again, I usually lean towards the offensive things. Ooh, lots of resistance on this guy. He does have some cool stuff. And combustion. Oh, I thought it was going to be like plus fire damage, but it's just 10% chance to burn enemies when attacked, which again is cool. And the mana boost. But I think I'll keep my plus 10% damage with magic shield for now. Fire warding. Yeah, again, it's more fire resistance than fire damage. Yeah. Spirit Doll, what does that do? Imbued with magic that is foreign to the Phalans from the Basuans. I guess from like a land beyond the sea, perhaps? Jotun Tribal Talisman. I wonder if these are for a quest. Greater Mage Bane. That's cool. That could be useful. I'm going to buy one of these more to remind myself of some recipes I might want to actually make at some point. Like the invisibility, the Mage Bane. Because when I'm fighting lots of mages, that could be very useful. Mystic Sonority. Does that mean sleepiness? Ooh. That's pretty good. It's like plus 10% of all the damage types. I assume that's craftable. I'm going to actually buy that just because it's not that expensive. And just in case it's a gem that you can't make, hopefully you can make all the gems yourself. I would assume so. Ooh, look, we're exactly at 810,000. That's cool. At least I'll have it then.
So long.
So long. And I see a new quest giver.
Oh, there's no use. I've lost the keys. Now Gwalch may'll have my head if I can't think up something fast. Say, you're not good with locks, are you? Would you help a poor fellow who's down on his luck?
In fact, I am. Although this could be a scam. Like, how do I know he lost the keys and isn't just trying to get me to help him break into somewhere? Good with locks?
Yes, as in, no need for keys. Ace with a lockpick. Gwalchmay wants an old red ledger from the storeroom in the customs house.
Gwalchmay. I recognize that name, but there's so many people in the city, I forget who Gwalchmay is. And what about these keys?
Oh, I'm afraid they're lost for good. Now, I might have dropped them here, or at Kest's table the other night. But it's just as likely I dropped them in Bracken Bay after I'd had an ale or three at the Seafoam.
It'd be cool if you could like find them somewhere, but like, just like you had like see them yourself and or maybe detect hidden if it was like really high, as like an optional way to complete the quest. So you want me to lockpick it?
The chest it's in, that is, yes. Although I don't know which one it is. But it's down there, somewhere. Oh, now don't worry, nothing in the storeroom's seen the light of day in years. No one will mind if you pick a few locks before you find it.
I still feel like I'm getting used here. I wish there was like an option. See, if I designed this game, I would have like a branching quest where you could just do it, or you could talk to Gwalchmai to verify that he's not lying to you, and maybe he actually is. Remind me who Gwalchmai is.
Well, he's a good enough master all in all. Sees to it I earn every coin of my wages, though. No standing about, not in his shop.
I think he's the merchant. I was going to say that. I think he's the merchant I just talked to. What is this red ledger?
Gets these ideas into his head. Needs this old thing, needs that new thing. This time it's shard prices by the decade. Something to do with a deal he is or isn't striking with that Karasta trader.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense. And it seems like something that you wouldn't... Like, okay, if you steal this old ledger of, like... It's like stealing a record of historical stock prices or something. Like, you know, you still shouldn't steal it, but, like, it's not this great theft. Where is the storeroom?
The Chamber of Trade's on the way to the quays, and the storeroom's off one of the wings. Just pick any lock down there till you find the old ledger.
All right, will do.
Chamber of Trade basement.
Oh, and he gave me
Just
some
head toward
lockpicks.
the
That's
keys.
cool.
Oh, and have these. That should help.
Yeah, that makes sense. And here's another... Is this one of the historical markers? Dedication. These walls that surround us are the guardians of our peace and bastions against the forces beyond, who wish to do us ill. The spire to which we lift our eyes is the glorious beacon and testament to the splendors of Lyra's embrace, the wisdom of her magic, and the power of her eternal music. We call to every corner of the world in greeting, garbed in Lyria's glory without hatred or suspicion, but with pride. Yep, walls are definitely important in these trying times. And here we have yet another shop. Let's see what they sell here. Gonna be out of money by the end of the city.
Au revoir. Wani, apothecary, alchemist, importer, and cultivator at your service.
Alright, let's just go right to the shop. So, lots of potions. Bet she has recipes too. What, it doesn't tell me what Mage Bane does though, but I think that's... I'm just going to buy that. I could probably figure it out, but I'm debating. Maybe I'll do some experimenting one episode. Maybe we do the crafting stuff. And then if there's any that I haven't been able to figure out on my own, I don't want to look them up online because I feel like that's cheating. So I'll just look up where to buy them and then we'll come buy them. But just in case I can figure out what they are, I might do that. Black Hush. I really need Bloodstone though, which doesn't seem like it's available anywhere.
Good day.
That's all for now. An alchemist workstation, and then there's one more merchant in the back, it looks like. Down this cool winding corridor. Interesting shaped building. Weird layout. Oh, I guess it's like two shops that are connected. Okay, that's cool.
Welcome, friend, to the Luminary Leaf, bookseller extraordinaire.
Yeah, I like that. So it's like, I guess those were two different doors. I thought it was like one double door or something, but... What does he have? Ooh, lots of books. That's cool. There's a bookstore. Let's buy, Gnome Nursery Rhymes. Maybe if I'm feeling really up to it, I'll like buy a bunch of books and do an episode where I just read books. If anybody wants to listen to that. It's sort of like an audio book of these, but we'll see. Depends if I have time for that and if I remember.
Fare thee well.
But I will read you guys some Gnome Nursery Rhymes. Gotta remember to sell these then to make more space in my inventory. Hopefully we can find some backpacks too. I wonder if there's a backpack in the city. I hope there is. Laz and Raz, the brothers grumble, as transcribed by Phineas Calidus. Laz and Raz, the brothers grumble, parents each, and neither humble. They had no mind, the sons of Laz, no body to find, the maids of Raz. What each one wants, the other has. We work together, they often mumble, but hate each other, the brothers grumble. Both lines born with such a plight, combined to wield lordly might, but battled at the merest slight. Their conflicts caused them both to tumble. Heed this from the brothers grumble. Alright, so I guess it's more like Gnome Nursery Rhyme than Rhymes. Oh, it does say rhyme. Fair. Let the buyer beware. Alright. Well, if we ever find a new house in Rathir, which would make sense if this is like the city of the Lojafar, to have a house here. And it seems like a pretty good place to live.
Don't ruin it.
Seems very well defended. I could have a library, although it does seem like there's two doors to this one as well, so maybe it is just down the street. Yeah, I guess it is. It's cool they're connected though. Okay, we've been to the place next door, we've been to this merchant in the
Do
stall.
not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
We haven't been in here, have we? The Pride of Pewdairy? Maybe this is like more warrior stuff then? Yeah, I see a smith. Okay, that makes sense.
Sif Sader at your service. Don't mind the racket. Just my wife at Harpy across the way.
Well, that's not very nice. Tell me about the Pride of Pewdairy.
Proud is right, and why not? Fitted most of the Alfar army. No frills, no finery. Just good hard steel.
I wonder if that means like less enchantment or... Nope, still has some cool stuff it looks like. Wow, this is such a high level. I don't have enough might for this yet. It actually doesn't seem that good. It's got a lot of armor, which I guess is like you said, you know, good hard steel. It kind of looks cool as well. Hopefully when you can craft gear, you can also like choose the look of it. That'd be awesome. I think at least in Dragon Age Inquisition, you could do that. I think you could. And I really liked that about it. But yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't think that's good for us. A talisman is a shield for mages. And yeah, pretty good and moddable. But again, I'm not going to spend all my money on one of these. Sylvanite, I think we have one of those. Might not be at the same level though. I'm not sure if these are randomly generated. I would think the loot you find in the world is, but maybe this is set. I'm hoping it's set the way I could look up, if we can't craft things I want to craft, I could look up where to buy them instead. And there's, ooh, that's good to know. Lots of good crafting materials here. Or at least a couple of master ones. And some greater stuff. I'll have to learn about the tiers. Is there anything I need to sell? I don't have anything I need to sell. What is this? I'll keep that for now, actually. Okay.
So long.
So long. Let's see what his wife has.
I'll sell you weapons, but if it's armor you need, you'll have to speak to that husband of mine.
Okay, that makes sense. So again, this is kind of a bad time to go shopping because like these are really good chakrams actually. I wonder if I could make a gem that gives you plus 50% fire damage. I think I could. So I could definitely make these better than the ones I have. But I'd rather craft my own. I really hope you can choose what it looks like. I don't think you can just based on the limited amount of crafting we've done so far. But if you can, that'd be awesome. Because you can like really customize your gear exactly the way you want, which is what I love about crafting. And here's lots of cool stuff too to buy when we get to that crafting phase.
Come see me again.
I just might. All right. There's a smith station. Good to know. Okay, I think that's probably enough shopping. There is one guy down there. Maybe we'll just see him to complete this, but then we can start doing some quests. Okay, let's head this way, and I think this is one of the notices we have to turn in. Oh, customs house. Oh, this is the one with the lockpick. Okay, let's do that while we're here.
Citizen.
I guess we made that our main quest. Yeah, we did do that. I remember that now. And the storm is its own zone, which is kind of nice because it means I can't get caught unless there's somebody else in here. I don't think there is. I'm not going to steal anything that's not what we're looking for. Yep. I'll be good. There's this one right in the middle of it, so... Yeah, it didn't seem right. Nope, definitely not right. Okay, maybe it's like here? That doesn't feel quite right. This feels better. Ah, but not quite. No, I don't think it's that either. Nope. Okay, there we go. Maybe if I had kept going that one time, it would have been very hard. Okay. Let's come back to that one last, because I'll use a Prismere pick if everything else doesn't have it. We should give me more than 5 lockpicks. Doesn't... Now I'm being like too paranoid here. Ah, so close. No. Ah, this is really close. There we go, okay. See, if you get really good at lockpicking, you actually can probably like never lose a lockpick if you're like super good at it. But they're also pretty cheap, so I'm not gonna worry like too much. Alright, I guess I did steal 12 gold. They're all hard ones as well. This seems good. Okay. Ooh. Let's just see what these are. Ice damage. If it was fire damage, I'd be really tempted. But it's not, so we'll leave it. Some wine. This is a cool quest idea. I like this. I wish everything wasn't hard. I wish there was like a more of a random assortment of difficulties. Nice. Nope. It'd be hilarious if it was like an unlocked chest after all that. Is there one more back there? No, just barrels. Okay. Average. Okay, this seems doable. Is it just me, or just I guess they're just more on the right? But it seems like the lockpick is like breaking more often here. Probably imagining that though. Oh, that's a unlocked chest. Let's try this one. I guess a big part of it is just guessing the right chest too. Nope. Very hard. Okay, we'll come back to that one too. My hunch is it probably is one of the very hard chests. I just don't want to use one of my Prismere lockpicks unless I have to. I probably just should, though. It might be a really good reward for this quest. There's also this one right here, which would be hilarious if it was this guy. Nope, not that one either. This guy, another hard chest. Okay, we'll do this one, then we'll do the, nope. Then we'll do the Prismere ones. Old Red Ledger. Okay, this is it, right? Yes. Okay, cool. What are the Master's Robes? Oh yeah, Master stuff has plus mana. That's right. Okay, cool. Not bad for robes, but yeah, I like my heavy armor for now. All right, quest completed, or the hardest part of it at least. Anything else to do here in the customs house? Doesn't seem like it. I kind of want to see what that big room is back there.
This is the customs house.
I've gathered that. Thank you. Big place. Oh, what's this? Catacombs. Let's take a peek. I imagine we'll have to come here as part of the part of one of the quests. Oh, there's Frangi cultists down here. Alright, we'll come back here. I imagine it'll be part of the other quest. But it's cool you can kind of wander down here earlier. And I wonder, is this place a front for them then? Because, it almost seems like it.
Yes, can I help you? If Augusta sees me talking and not working, she'll be mad.
Isn't he like the greeter or receptionist or whatever? I feel like that's part of his job is talking, or should be. What are the keys?
Step outside and turn northwest. Those docks are open to merchants, which means, by and large, Varani.
Sounds like he's not a fan of the Varani.
Where they come from, I don't know. But they come on boats, in all seasons, and with goods from all of Amalur.
Who is Augusta?
Can't miss her. She's the gnome right over there, shouting and making tallies from dawn until dusk.
What does the customs house do?
All trade in and out of Rathir must pass through customs. And Lyrius tears how much trade there is. We're buried in it.
So I see.
Now, today's newly docked vessels are...
Mind your step.
I don't... Oh, it must be her. Overseeing things.
Are you a trader? A captain? What? Do you have any business at all in the customs house?
Just a sightseer. Tell me about the customs house.
You're standing in it. Or hadn't you noticed? I can't imagine why you are if you haven't any cargo going in or out of Rathir.
Yeah, probably don't get many tourists here, because, like, who wants to see a customs house? That'd be kind of cool to go to, like, a major port city and just, like, you know, see a place like this. Tell me about yourself, Augusta.
I am, in fact, aware that I am a gnome, and that this is Rathir. Don't think every half-drowned sailor who stumbled in here hasn't made that joke. If you must know, Odessa and I do not suit each other, and I'm very good at counting. Counting is the key thing in a customs house.
That makes sense. What are your thoughts on Rathir?
Have you any notion the sum total of crates that enter and exit Rathir's port on a given day? I do. I know the profit and cost to the city, the average writs of trade per season, the escrow on accounts held. This is what I know of Rathir.
Well, sounds a little bit high and mighty. No, that wasn't a joke. I didn't mean it that way. But yeah, I imagine it's quite a lot, but also if you compare it to, like, Baltimore or, like, a modern, or like the port at, I want to say Long Beach, but it's not Long Beach. It's San Pedro. I imagine it, like, pales in comparison to a modern port. All right, let's see this one last merchant, and then we'll have lots of quests to do in the next episode. We might have talked to you already.
You look like you've traveled far, but not farther than my wares.
Oh, good one. It's just a random assortment of stuff, it looks like. Prismere longsword, which is nice because it's upgradable by quite a bit, but yeah, not for 204,000. If it was like 10,000 again, I would buy it to have for later. But some gems. Let's do a couple of repair kits, and we probably need a few more lockpicks. Let's go until I hit the other. Okay, cool. I should probably actually carry less lockpicks. I don't really need 100, and having 110 gives you the extra inventory slot, or even having 101. Repair kits I might need more of, though. Let's just buy 6 more. But again, if you have more than 10 of those, you get the extra inventory slots, so is what it is.
Safe travels.
Alright, well, we have done quite a bit of shopping, and it looks like there's some quest people over here that we need to talk to. So we'll do that in the next episode. But thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.